Teyana Taylor's daughter just gave the only interview you need to see, and somehow, in less than a few minutes on a red carpet packed with A-list stars, flashing cameras, and carefully rehearsed sound bites, 5-year-old Rue Rose Taylor Shumpert managed to create the most unforgettable moment of the entire award season. On March 1st, 2026, at the Actor Awards in Los Angeles, all eyes were already on Teyana Taylor. She arrived as one of the night's most talked about nominees, earning critical acclaim for her supporting role in the political drama One Battle After Another, a performance that has completely shifted the trajectory of her career. Industry insiders are calling this her breakthrough acting era. Award buzz has been building for months. Fashion critics were waiting to dissect her look. Cameras were locked in. But no one expected Rue to quietly walk onto that carpet and take over the night. Teyana stepped out in a dramatic, custom Tom Brown gown that immediately sent social media into a frenzy. Structured, elegant, bold, the kind of look that says, "I belong here." But right beside her, holding her hand, was Rue, tiny, poised, and already radiating star energy. And before the interview even began, the first viral moment happened. As Teyana turned to pose, the gown's long train spread behind her. Without being asked, without hesitation, Rue bent down and carefully adjusted the fabric. She smoothed it out with focus and seriousness that looked far beyond her 5 years. It wasn't staged, it wasn't prompted, it was instinct. The cameras caught everything. Within minutes, clips of Rue fixing her mom's dress were circulating online. Comment sections exploded. She understood the assignment. That's a mini stylist, future CEO energy. People couldn't get enough. But that was just the beginning. When Teyana stepped up for interviews, Rue stayed close. Reporters asked about the film, about the nomination, about how it feels to be part of such a competitive year. Teyana answered with the grace and confidence of someone who has fought hard to get to this point. She spoke about the discipline required for the role, about pushing herself emotionally, about wanting to prove she could do more than music and choreography. And then Rue reached for the microphone. What happened next is why this interview is the only one you need to see. Rue thanked everyone for being there. She complimented people's outfits. She proudly hyped up her mom. She said she was excited. She said she loved the dress. She spoke with the kind of natural confidence that can't be taught. It was pure. It was unfiltered. And then she said something that stopped everyone in their tracks. She said she hopes she gets a trophy too one day. And when asked what that would mean, she turned to her mom and said, "If you win every time, that means you win every day, even when I grow up." That line hit differently. Teyana visibly fought back tears. You could see it in her face, the pride, the emotion, the overwhelming love. This wasn't just a cute kid moment. It was a reminder of what success actually looks like. For Teyana, the trophy wasn't the award. It was standing there beside her daughter. To understand why this moment feels so powerful, you have to look at Teyana's journey. Teyana Taylor has been in the public eye since she was a teenager. She started as a dancer, a singer, a creative force. She worked with major artists. She carved out her space in music. But her career has never been linear. She's faced criticism. She's faced industry politics. She's stepped away from music at times. She's reinvented herself more than once. When she shifted toward acting, some people doubted her, but One Battle After Another changed the conversation. Critics praised her performance as layered, restrained, and emotionally gripping. This wasn't stunt casting, this was talent. The nomination at the 2026 Actor Awards confirmed it. She wasn't just attending, she was competing. And in a year filled with powerhouse performances, her name was in the mix. At the same time, her personal life has been in the headlines. Her separation from former NBA player Rue Shumpert became public, and like most celebrity relationships, it came with speculation and rumors. But through it all, Teyana has remained clear about one thing: her daughters come first. Rue and her older sister Junie have been at the center of her world. She has spoken openly about motherhood reshaping her priorities, her schedule, even her creativity. She has said that being a mother changed how she defines success. It's not just about awards or chart positions, it's about legacy. So when Rue stood there on that carpet, confidently speaking into a microphone, it wasn't just adorable, it was symbolic. Social media reactions poured in almost instantly. Fans called Rue a star. Parenting blogs shared the clip. Entertainment pages reposted it with captions like, "The real winner of the night." Even people who weren't watching the awards tuned in just to see that moment. Some viewers said it reminded them of bringing their own children to work events. Others said it was refreshing to see something so genuine during an awards show that can sometimes feel overly polished. And many pointed out that Rue didn't seem nervous at all. She seemed comfortable, at home, as if she belonged. That confidence doesn't happen by accident. Teyana has often involved her daughters in her creative process. She's joked that they are her toughest critics. She's shared that they help pick outfits. She's shown behind-the-scenes clips of them dancing together, rehearsing together, laughing together. The red carpet moment felt like a continuation of that dynamic. But there's another layer to this story: representation. Seeing a young Black girl confidently speaking in a space historically dominated by Hollywood elites matters. Seeing her celebrate her mother's achievements matters. Seeing that kind of intergenerational pride matters. The visual alone carried weight. And let's talk about that line again. If you win every time, that means you win every day. That wasn't rehearsed. That wasn't scripted. That was a child expressing her understanding of what winning means. For her, winning isn't about trophies. It's about consistency. It's about showing up. It's about being present. And that's exactly what Teyana has done. Over the past year, she's balanced filming schedules, press tours, fashion campaigns, and motherhood. She's shown up at premieres with her daughters. She's credited them in interviews. She's made it clear that her success isn't separate from her family. It's intertwined with it. Industry insiders are already predicting that this award season could open even more doors for her. There's talk of bigger roles. There's talk of directing projects. There's talk of producing. But after that red carpet moment, the public conversation shifted slightly. It became less about what's next professionally and more about what she's building personally. Because in the end, award shows come and go, trophies collect dust, but moments like that live forever online. Clips of Rue's interview are still circulating. New audiences are discovering it every day. Comment sections are still active. Memes have been made. Edits have been created. People are quoting her line as a caption for their own posts. That's cultural impact. And here's what makes it even more compelling. Rue wasn't overshadowed by the chaos of the event. She commanded attention naturally. She wasn't loud. She wasn't trying to be viral. She was simply being herself. That authenticity is rare. In an era where celebrity children often grow up shielded from cameras or, on the flip side, hyper-managed for brand deals, this felt different. It felt spontaneous. It felt organic. And Teyana's reaction said everything. She didn't interrupt. She didn't redirect. She let her daughter speak. She listened. She affirmed her. That's a subtle but powerful parenting choice. Body language experts online even analyzed the clip, pointing out how Teyana angled her body slightly toward Rue, signaling support, how she maintained eye contact, how she nodded along. It was a masterclass in encouragement. Of course, the fashion world also had its say. Teyana's Tom Brown gown was praised for its tailoring and structure. Some critics called it one of the best looks of the night, but many agreed that the accessory that completed the look wasn't jewelry, it was Rue. And that's the thing about this moment. It blended glamour with sincerity, high fashion with childhood innocence, career triumph with maternal pride. As award season continues, there will be more speeches, more headlines, more red carpet breakdowns. But this interview has already cemented itself as one of the defining moments because it reminded everyone watching that behind every headline is a human story. For Teyana, this nomination marks validation after years of evolution. For Rue, this was just a fun night with mom, but for viewers, it became something bigger. It became a reminder that success shared is sweeter. It became proof that confidence can start young. It became an example of what happens when children are encouraged to speak and be seen. And it became a viral sensation that no publicist could have manufactured. Now the question everyone is asking is whether Rue has inherited the entertainment gene. With a singer, actress mother, and an athlete father, she certainly has the pedigree. But if this interview showed us anything, it's that she already has presence. Whether she chooses acting, music, fashion, or something completely different, one thing is clear: she won't be shy. Meanwhile, Teyana's awards journey continues. Industry chatter suggests her performance in one battle after another is gaining momentum with critics groups. She's been praised for emotional restraint and complexity. Directors are reportedly taking notice. But no matter what happens with the trophies, she's already winning where it counts. Because that red carpet clip didn't just showcase a cute moment. It showcased legacy in motion. It showed a mother building something her daughter can be proud of. It showed a daughter who already believes her mother wins every day. And honestly, that's the only interview you needed to see. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.